remember this at Kerrville when we were doing this, and after each song, sometimes we were in tears, sometimes we were. Thank you so much again, Phyllis. Thank you. All right, so I am next introducing Chuck McDermott. He's going to share a song with you. Here's the Thing About America. I wonder what he'll have to say about that. From Hingham, Massachusetts. Thanks.
Morning. As in the U.S., as we were heading into the 2020 elections, the cup that held my love for my country and my concern for my country was overflowing, and this came out. Here's the thing about America. She's as dirty as she's clean. She's as gentle as she's mean. She's everything between sheer hell and fantasy. She'll take the best of you and send it off to war. No telling what it's for. Leave your lover at the door or in the vestibule. The working man can't understand why his world don't feel free. Here's the thing about America. If you wield the heavy tool, if you play by all the rules, in the end you feel a fool when she leaves none for you. She'll sing equality as if she means every word, as if all those cries were heard, as if color lines were blurred. Just don't sit next to me. The working man can't understand why his world don't feel free. Not one shred of dignity. There's sin in silence. They say the lone wolf dies, but the pack always survives. We won't know unless we try to finally prove it. Here's the thing about America. It's only ours if we claim it. If we must, then let's reshape it, lest the young rightfully blame it on our apathy. The working man can't understand why his world don't feel free. Won't you take this walk with me? Here's the thing about America.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Guess who's coming to the stage next? But I just want to say a few words because it has been such a pleasure to get to know you, Ben. It has been such a pleasure to sort of find the uniquenesses and the kind of shared values of our organizations. So I'm grateful to Folk Alliance for bringing us together. And I'm grateful for your place in this world and our place. And Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Lucy.
And of course, meeting Lucy in the process has been great too.
This is Lucy Murphy, friends, from Washington, D.C. One of the co-founders of the People's Music Network. The song we're going to sing for you is one I wrote called No More Sacrifice Zones. It was inspired by a book by Chris Hedges, Days of Destruction, Days of Revolt. He travels around the sacrifice zones of the United States, the places that have been exploited, the places that have become the dumping grounds for our industrial capitalist civilization, the places that have been neglected systematically. And this is a song for all those places, and really the place we all share in this planet together as the process of constant capital accumulation and dispossession of communities takes place. Here goes. The army closed you in as they drove you from the plains. They're turning your homeland to a sacrifice zone. The company took the uranium, just the fallout remains. They're turning your homeland to a sacrifice zone where your story's been forgotten. We will make it known. Sing that with us. We will make it known. We will make it known. Pine Ridge, you are not alone. Pine Ridge, you are not alone. Pine Ridge, you are not alone. Your homeland has been desecrated. The next could be our own. No more sacrifice zones. No more sacrifice zones. The state makes voting obsolete through emergency decrees. They're turning your city to a sacrifice zone. The cops occupy your street to bring you to your knees. They're turning your city to a sacrifice zone where your story's been forgotten. Where your story's been forgotten. We will make it known. We will make it known. Ferguson, you are not alone. Ferguson, you are not alone. Your city has been subjugated. The next could be our own. No more sacrifice zones. No more sacrifice zones. The coal men blew the mountain, killing everything nearby. They're turning your region to a sacrifice zone. The state refuses to help your people as you watch them die. They're turning your region to a sacrifice zone where your story's been forgotten. Where your story's been forgotten. We will make it known. We will make it known. Appalachia, Appalachia, you are not alone. Your region has been desolated. The next could be our own. No more sacrifice zones. No more sacrifice zones. The profiteers will cut you down if you're in their way. They're turning your country to a sacrifice zone. The bombs that kill your children came from the USA. They're turning your country to a sacrifice zone where your story's been forgotten. Where your story's been forgotten, we will make it known. Yemen, sing with me. Yemen, you are not alone. Your country has been decimated. The next could be our own. No more sacrifice zones. No more sacrifice zones. Where your story's been forgotten, we will make it known. Pine Ridge, Ferguson, Appalachia, Yemen, Immokalee, Flint, Michigan, Northern Alberta, and Camden, Standing Rock, Navajo, Palestine, and Puerto Rico. We stand with you. You are not alone. Your lands and lives were sacrificed. The next will be our own. No more sacrifice zones. No more sacrifice zones. No more sacrifice zones. No more sacrifice zones. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'd like to bring to the stage our next performer. Her name is Kamica King. She's from Dallas, Texas. I believe the song is called One People. Come on, Kamica.
Everybody, how we doing? Nice. This has been so awesome, and it was a pleasure to be able to serve on the panel. I'm on the board for Music to Life, and also in 2020 went through their accelerator where I was able to take an idea for bringing my skill set, not only as an artist, but also with a background as a music therapist, into my community to serve youth of color. Not only through the performing arts, but really focusing on life skills and coping skills, the things needed to be resilient. And while resilience shouldn't be a requirement, it's a necessity because of the way that life works. This next one's called One People. And there's a part where I'll have you help me sing along, and I suppose I'll teach it to you right now. It's real simple, and it goes like this. One people, one people. Let me hear you say one people. One more time. What if there was no more fighting, no more war? We'd start with peace instead of separation and trying to settle the score. All we do, all we are, is one people coming from many nations, that's for sure. Beautiful people all over the world, dropped off at different ports where the ships were anchored. So much separation, disillusion, frustration. Some turned to creation, others were steady rat racing. Oh, we've internalized to a detriment, believing what was told, not the truth of what was meant. When will we realize we don't have to compromise? There's power in number, power in prayer, power right now to declare no more fighting, no more war. Let's start with peace instead of separation, trying to settle the score. All we do, all we are, is one people coming from many nations, that's for sure. par for the course for far too long. We need awakening to more than weather the storm. Brothers and sisters stuck in our system. The God I serve is known to break all chains. No more fighting. What if there was no more war? We could start with peace instead of separation, trying to settle the score. All we do, all we are, is one. People coming from many nations, that's for sure. Whoa, 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 'cause we are one people. Let me hear you say one people. Keep it going now. One people. One people. Keep it going now. All over the world, can we unite in this fight for our life? We are help me sing it now. One people, we are one people. Thank y'all so much.
Kamica King from Dallas, Texas, everybody. Kamica was one of the review panelists for this showcase, so as well as Ken, who's here. I want to bring on Robinson and Rohe. The song "Where I'm Coming From" is by Jean Rohe.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I thought I was gonna have a really tough time being like awake and alert at this point in the weekend, but I've just been so enlivened by all the music here today, so thank you. How's everybody doing? Okay, good. All right. We're on our way to being awake. This song is called "Where I'm Coming From." I was born in Paterson, New Jersey, but this story is really about this kind of collective, aggregate place that I come from that maybe some of you do too, as a descendant of European people who moved to this continent for many different reasons and walked right into the crazy racial, racist hierarchy of the United States and tried to find their place. And so this is me trying to figure out how whiteness came to be and how I came to be a white person in America. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Steel mills or in the shipyard or locked behind
children of Jesus on their minds. Oh, dream of America. Oh, how the dream wears thin once your ship comes in America. I come from people who felt American, who fought and died on distant shores. And though they weren't yet, they learned a secret that being white could open doors. So I come from people who left their language, who changed their names and got in line. I come from people who don't remember becoming Americans in America's mind. I come from people who sank the lifeboats, who snuffed her torch when they came ashore, who turned a country into a fortress with stony walls that have no door. And I come from people who saw their dreams bloom just as their fears made them go blind. These people made me, oh, they complicate me. They're weighing heavy on my mind. Oh, dream of America. Oh, how the dream wears thin once your ship comes in America.
What an important song. Okay. Yeah, and it's such a difference seeing it live. You know, we were all just had our headsets on, right? So we're listening to this, but to watch them deliver that. Thank you again, Gene and Robinson, Robinson and Rohe. There you go. All right. I just want to remind folks, on behalf of myself and Ben, that if you would like to stay in touch with artists like this, get to know more of their music, get to know more of their artists, you can sign up for our mailing lists. So if you sign up there, Ben and I will be sure that you get the latest news and information about these artists and more who join our ranks every day. So, okay, great. Hi, Ernest.
Hello.
This is Ernest Aines, and he may take the prize, right, for coming from the farthest away, maybe? Australia. Okay, so
It was
he's,
not-
yeah.
Only 30 hours. It's okay.
Do you need this? Is he good? Yeah, okay. Do you need this to get it to him? Okay. Heartwood is what he's going to share with us.
Can you all hear me all right out there? Not yet? Hello, hello. Hello. Do you know, if you put the mic closer.
Get it down this far for his face.
Yeah, because I think it might be catching a little bit of this. Hello, hello. Oh. Better? Any better? Getting there? So, hi, my name's Ernest Aines. I'm all the way from Melbourne. Thank you. Thanks for... it was a long trip, so thank you very much. But this is a song that I wrote on the way to a tree planting festival in Melbourne. We call it Naarm, the indigenous lands of Naarm. And it was a song that I wrote to inspire people or give people a deeper connection to what they were doing. It's a song written from the perspective of a tree. So if a tree wrote a song, this is exactly what they would write. And yeah, I wrote it from a wise tree's perspective. They're trying to teach us something. Because, you know, they all talk about us, I'm sure. And they talk about things they could teach us, and by being still, you know, and being able to be such a threaded part of community, and giving to each other, despite, even if they're locked down, they still feed nutrients to each other. And that's what we need to do. So this one's called Heartwood. And y'all can hear me okay now? Yes, we can. Okay, that's good. Heartwood.
Well, I don't mind if the rain pours down free. Well, I'll guide it down to the deepest part of me. Embrace the sun, the foliage I have made, and what would shine be without the shade? No, I don't care, but I'll just stand around. I can still dance freely with my roots firm in the ground. If I should get buried, it'll only spur me to grow. I have so many friends, I've known 1,000 years or so. And while the willow weeps, I will sleep, and my heart will seep into the soul. With my heartwood gone, I will still stand strong, forever to appreciate what wealth can't spoil. Oh, I could live next to the sidewalk or the highway, down in the park by the river, or in somebody's driveway. You just remember that if I had it my way, we'd be everywhere, just like we were in my day. And while the willow weeps, I will sleep. Then my heart would seep into the soil. When my heart would gone, I would still stand strong, forever to appreciate what wealth can't spoil.
Thank you. By the way, I'm going to mention, I do have some CDs left if anyone wants to come up and say hi. So I'd love to give them to anyone for free. Thank you.
Coming up to the stage right now is Rachel Sumner and Traveling Light. They're going to be performing a song called Radium Girls. Curie, Eleison, they're from Winchester, Massachusetts. Welcome them to the stage.
Thank you so much. We are going to play a song that is based on the true story of the Radium Girls, who were a group of women in the early 1900s who worked in factories and were poisoned by their employers. Back then, it wasn't well known that radium was poisonous, but the factories that they worked for did indeed know, and many women got very ill and passed away, and a few brave women took those factories to court, and that case became the basis for OSHA and a lot of the laws that we know today that protect workers, but it's a story that I believe we need to remember always. In the days when Rosie beckoned girls to join assembly lines, a mixture simply named undark made wristwatch faces shine, and women with star-spangled hearts sat faithfully in rows, bent to help the boys entrenched stave off those dark shadows. Day by day they all were tasked to paint 200 dials with brushes made of camel hair and radium dust in vials. The numbers on the clocks were painted dainty, slim and slight, so the girls were taught to use their lips to point the bristles tight. The taste was a little foul, but no one really seemed to mind. The pay was more than 3 times what a girl back then could find. Radium was championed, a newfound fount of youth, and the few who knew the dangers kept the public from the truth. For a time each painter prospered, though the work they did was tough, and were delighted when they'd clock out covered in the magic stuff. They'd decorate their drabbiest dresses, paint skin so they'd sparkle. No earthly sight quite like a glowing angel in the darkness. Curie, Curie. Even lights that shine the brightest will eventually dim, but you never do expect it, just as someone's life begins. As each timepiece passed through nimble fingers, painters dreamed and planned, though they had in fact so very little time left on their hands. Soon these young girls ached as if they'd aged for 80 years, and radiating pain turned into radiating fear. Doctors did their best to treat an unknown malady, but no remedy could keep those bodies from unraveling. So aching turned to limping, and sore mouths began to bleed. Then jaws began to break, and smiles gave way to crumbling teeth. Families became buried beneath doctor bills and loans, and grief like radium began to settle in their bones. Curie, Curie. To have so many sick at once seemed no coincidence, but the company confronted had maintained its innocence. Yet they'd secretly received results that told a different story, and they knew despite their lies that they were liable for the suffering. Those who had enlisted ladies to leave luminescent marks were now working overtime to keep them in the dark. Not Not a single protocol was changed at all, though there was danger, and alien workers failing fast were easily exchanged for healthy younger women, unsuspecting and naive, who craved to carve their own piece of the great American dream. Nothing pierced those stone hearts fortified by corporate greed, even when the women's own hearts one by one had ceased to beat. Curie, Eleison. Curie. I wish that I could tell you that somebody'd found a cure, or that when the court case first came round, the crime was answered for. These women walked among the living, having one foot in the grave. Still they used what fight that they had left so others could be saved. To this day, no one can say how many lives were lost. Had they been sooner taken seriously, it might have cut the cost. You may claim women have been long since elevated in this world, but how can that be? Our ashes still speak louder than our words. Thank you very much.
Rachel Sumner and Traveling Light Friends.